I piloted online classes in our district about 8 years ago. And when they decided to start an online program, I met with the district administrator and she said, what do we need? I said, we have to have an LMS for the course. We have to have Blackboard Collaborate, and that at that time it was named Illuminate, but we have to have that. And we use SoftChalk to put our content in. Those three things are things that I feel like I have to have.
Digital content is very complicated, and everybody wants to go to digital content, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, particularly because every publisher is using a different platform.
We want that student to come into that course and think it's exceptional and have an exceptional experience, and given every resource possible to be successful, not only in the course, but in life, in critical thinking, and in biblical perspective. At the end of the day, we can't guarantee for us that means they're going to pass the class. It's still work on them. The things we control, we want to do the best we can, and so any kind of resource we can bring into play.
Common Core readiness is certainly something that everybody in the nation is working on. We really have to ramp up that rigor and get students where they need to be college and career ready. And again, it takes a lot of resources to do that, a lot of resources that school districts don't have to build and develop and put together that kind of content. So having, again, a shared repository where they're able to find those resources and we can share them collaboratively. The whole nation is on the same page now in a lot of cases with that content. So it's going to be much easier to find and use and develop common resources that people can use. And if they're all in that database in Explore where they can easily pull that into their course, it's going to make that so much easier and better for the students in the end.
It is a little bit challenging for our students and our families to have to sign off and on to sites. And some of the smaller companies are not always able to support LTI integration or API. And so having a larger company such as Blackboard who could sort of provide some of those services, I think actually would be beneficial to smaller companies who have great content. But you know, school districts are not in a position to always bridge that gap.
One of the things we've talked about a lot, and probably from the legislation that came out this past year, where they're interested in us requiring students to take an online course for graduation. When you really crunch the numbers for that, it's a tremendous amount of money that the districts would have to absorb.
Cobb Virtual Academy, which is the program that I'm a part of, we focus on the 34,000 high school students in the district. We utilize Blackboard to deliver full online classes for those students, and we really focus on offering them the core courses. We've always felt like when you offer the core courses that everyone becomes a potential online learner.
When you look at your classroom teachers developing their courses in Blackboard, to really have resources available to them that they can pull easily into their classes without going outside the LMS to find the resources and then integrating them, I think it facilitates that happening a lot more easily, and to be able to search by standard would be beneficial to them as well, kind of a warehouse for them, if you will, to be able to locate resources. One of the things that we struggle with is we have a plethora of resources, but then each of those individual places then requires a username and password, and so really tracking those, I think, kind of limits the usage. And so if it's integrated within one system, then you'll see an uptick in usage of resources across the board.
There is so much quality digital content available, but it's scattered. It's all over the place. And so getting that content into one place for easy access is our biggest challenge, so that we're not asking our users to have multiple logins. And if they could have one login and get into the content, it would be smooth sailing from there.
And one of the things that we are optimistic about through the use of a tool like Explore is the opportunity to collaborate with colleagues throughout the state so that we can develop courses faster and potentially have teams of teachers who are not geographically close, and have them working to build out courses faster.
With Race to the Top, we've been using third-party vendors to create courses.
Previously, the teacher would create the content, and then now we're moving away to kind of let the teachers focus on actually teaching material. We've moved to kind of creating a centralized system for creating our own course content.
Khan Academy is a great resource that our math teachers are using, particularly in our math classes.
So until Explore came along, we didn't have an easy way to share the content that we've developed within the Virtual Academy with the rest of the teaching staff in the district. Explore offers us that opportunity to now share, receive feedback on, and allow students that are not our students to benefit directly from that investment that we've made into the quality content.
And the way we feel at the State Department is as much as we can offer publicly so that teachers all can access it, students, parents, and other stakeholders in Maryland, the more we want to do that.
And one of the nice things with Explore is we can allow them to take the content out of ours into their own learning management system or their own system that they're comfortable with so that they can use their own teachers without providing a whole lot of professional development.